Hi guys, it's Anais from RadioKing, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Euan from BarberTime Radio. Hi Euan, how are you?
Yeah, how you doing? How your listeners doing? How you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. BarberTime Radio was born as part of the BarberTime Media Group. So could you tell me maybe a bit more about the media group and then why you decided to launch a radio station?
Yes, the BarberTime Media Network Incorporated is the culmination of a project to get and to monetize the barbershop and the salon environment. In the urban barbershops and now going outside of also just urban, the barbershop and salon is a central point where people come all the time to gather, to talk, to share information, and most importantly, to pass along information. So we get used all the time and asked to disseminate. And then it usually ends up with flyers, posters, business cards, a lot of other solicitations that end up hoarding our business. And years ago, I had a vision, like a very spiritual vision, and it's been miracles ever since, that had shown me that we need to be connected as an industry through media so we can, one, monetize, but then two, really capture information better than a lot of true media sources because we're closest to the community and closest to the people. And so it's been a long journey, about 20 years now. We've been building it from concept to reality, and you guys' platform helped us on the radio side of things because music is a big part of us culturally, regardless of your ethnicity, but the culture of the barbershop and the salon, we use music to entertain our people. So we want to use that to be a cross point of how we're going to be using to monetize.
And so how long has the radio station been active now?
Going on 3 years now. Me, I'm, again, with most things, even though I'm building a media network, I like to stay behind the scenes. I don't like to be on camera or on the microphone, but that stuff is coming. Me, I'm more the programmer. I'm behind the scenes, collecting the music, making sure we get the DJs ready, which is all of that stuff is coming. And it's an awesome platform. I like what you guys have. It allows someone like me and the crew that I have with some technical understanding of how to broadcast, because we used to have something locally, to run a true radio station. And I even had to go and get our ASCAP and BMI rights because I know we're going to be going in soliciting our platform, so that's going to draw attention.
I was wondering, so why you the online radio format as well, as opposed to, I don't know, traditional radio or maybe even podcasting?
No, just to go with the whole media concept. When I had that vision years ago, I knew I wouldn't be able to do what I wanted to do because it was too much of a dinosaur industry. I wasn't going to get an antenna. I wasn't going to get on a larger network. We had to find a way to build our own network. And along the line, the internet started rising with the platforms that were coming. And then you guys came, and there was another gentleman, a client of my other barbers, that had his radio station through you guys. He even paid for our first one for the first year because he's like, you guys should do it. I'm telling you, it's perfect. And he set it up, and he really helped me out in the beginning a lot. And it was perfect because, again, we needed something that streamed because we're trying to touch barbershops and salons around the world, not just in one specific area, which is why I have on my logo, the globe is on the background, because our industry is a global industry of similarities, both in the people and then what we do as a trade. And the only way to touch everybody is through the internet.
So you mentioned that you do a bit of the program, etc., on the radio station. How do you organize the scheduling? How do you decide what to broadcast? Do you do it in advance, or is it kind of more week to week, day to day?
No, it's in advance. That in itself was a big challenge. My shop is eclectic. We have all walks of life that come in here. And so we want it to go through different modes of music, and so everybody kind of gets a different feel. So that is really kind of what led me into the direction of how, but it was always, I have a program per day that kind of has a different feel per day. It does pretty well with the routines of how the shops flow from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. And it's a science. Still cracking it. I still need more music. That's part of the issue, but we have DJs coming, and I know that's going to help. We'll be looking for more DJs. So anybody hear this, we're looking for more DJs, regardless of where you are, to be part of the team.
What are the main features at RadioKing that you guys really appreciate and that, you know, help you run the radio station smoothly?
Honestly, the programming, being able to set up the programming and go through different playlists, to timely put in commercials because we run our own solicitations on there. And then the biggest one for me is now you guys have an app, which then people can, it is an app. Yeah, the RadioKing app, which then they can access our station through. Because originally, before I had realized that you guys had it or had access to it, we were trying to do it through my concept platform, and I was like, this isn't going to work. I got to be patient. I got to wait. And then I found out about your application, and that helped put me in a position of now we can go ahead and start to solicit it the way we want to. Because again, anyone, anywhere can pick it up and listen.
What was maybe one of the biggest challenges that you faced when you wanted to launch the radio station or when you started it? And how did you overcome that?
Finding music and then learning the platform. Learning the platform, it just took a little bit of time. I'm quite astute in just different programming and how to use things. But then finding the music, tough one. Had to find a DJ that had music that would want to let it go, because you DJs are very sensitive. You don't need to be. We appreciate you guys. We don't want your audience, but we do want to work with your audiences. And I say that to anyone listening, because that's one of the things early on was the challenge, was to get someone on board that didn't think we were just trying to use them for what they were doing and take their audience. And because that is an actual thing that goes on. But we ended up finding one guy, my man DJ Dex, out here in Boston, doing a lot of good things, and he gave us a good starting point for music. But that was my two first challenges.
What's next for BarberTime Radio? Is there maybe anything exciting coming up that you can share with us?
The world, Pinky, the world. We're coming for the world. No, like honestly, our platform is almost built. It's an entrepreneurial platform for barbers and stylists to act as ambassadors for any local or corporate business that's looking to do outreach, or someone local that's just looking to bring business into their storefront. I have someone from MIT, Harvard, an older gentleman, super brain. He's almost done building it, and through that platform, we're going to feed you all's platform and make it something that shows on our televisions inside of the barbershop, so we can harness the entertainment of all of it, because it's going to have casting features and a social media features. It's really awesome. So with that, I may do preliminarily the radio itself as the launch, because you guys have the app, and that can also use as the advertising for the platform as it comes. So we're right on the verge. So this meeting, and which is why I didn't mind doing it, because it was right on time with everything about to come out and happen. So there's a lot. And we just had a golf tournament a couple of weeks ago that went really well. And it was interesting because it was to launch the platform, but the platform wasn't ready yet. But everybody had a good time, and they got a chance to see what it is that we're doing. So we're here in Boston. That's our headquarters cities, but we're going to be growing in different cities as well across the U.S.
And do you participate in or even organize a lot of events in your area?
Absolutely. I just finished talking to our guys. One of our programs is Hip Hop and Barbershop. So Friday is Hip Hop and Barbershops Friday all day. So it's just a bunch of hip hop all day Friday that we want the barbershops to get involved in. So what we're going to do locally here but again, it's something we're going to take to different cities, is Hip Hop and Barbershops Roller Skate Edition Volume 1, 2, and as they go. Because I like to cross cultures, and not just people-wise, but subcultures, as in genres and everything else. And roller skating is kind of one of, I don't know how to roller skate. I just really enjoy people that know how to. It looks so smooth roller skating. But that's one of the events that we're going to be doing very soon, and using that to push the radio station, plus our awards ceremony and a couple other trade shows that we go to annually. So events, we go to them and we do them all the time. Here's another nugget. A couple of years ago, Microsoft allowed us to tour the East Coast, their stores, to spread the message and what we were doing. And so we were able to meet a lot of barbers, shops, and salons, and other local businesses as well during that trip. But it let me know who we were as an industry, so it was interesting.
Just to finish off, do you have a word of advice for anyone who wants to launch their own radio station or maybe take their current radio station to the next level?
I'm an Adidas guy, but I gotta use the Nike phrase. Just do it. If you love music and you like to arrange things, because me, I found way before I was doing all of this, I used to like to just arrange music and playlists for the shop, even when I was younger. Just do it, because the platform you guys have, it's easy to use, not easy, but usable for even a layman person once you kind of get in there and see what you're doing. And if you have friends and you can grow it, regardless, I just say just do it. It's something to do.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Euan, and sharing your radio story. And thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out BarberTime Radio. I'll put all the links in the description below. And if you want to start your own radio station, you can launch a free 14-day trial with RadioKing today. Again, link in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss the next one. Thanks again, Euan.
Thank you. BarberTime all the time.